Let's take you to this developing story. Economic freedom fighters leader Julius Malema is addressing supporters outside the Constitutional Court. Let's listen in.
When I told these animals that I will never walk alone, they never believed it. We walked together today, holding hands together in defense of our movement. We don't take this support for granted. We are very humbled by the hard-working branches of the EFF, the hard-working regional leaders and the provincial leadership that keeps the fires burning in the Gauteng province and all over South Africa. The EFF is here to stay. Bayathanda bathandi, we are not going anywhere. There is no South African politics without the EFF. When you talk politics, you must know synonym of politics is EFF, because there can never be an imagination of politics without the EFF in South Africa. Comrades, we are preparing to govern. That's why all our public representatives must take their job very serious. We want to make sure that when we take over in 2026, we've got well-experienced public representatives who are going to service our people. Our people are not going to eat the ideas in our head. Our people want service delivery. They want jobs. They want proper road. All of you here as young people, you must be employed. You must go to school if you want to go to school, because that is the only freedom we can guarantee. So, comrades, we as the EFF, we must never move from our mandate. Our mandate is to fight for the land, is to fight for the economic freedom in our lifetime, is to fight for the ownership of the mines, of the bank, is to make sure that our people receive quality health care every corner of South Africa, is to make sure that our children get free education, get free school uniform and get food at school, because they deserve a better education. Only the EFF can deliver on those promises. They hate the EFF. Why? Because the EFF is fighting for equality, and white minority is very scared of equality. We are fighting for you to have your seat on this table and be equal to them in all respect, at the workplace, at the business level, everywhere. We are not going to close the spaza shops. The spaza shops belong to you. Those are your spaza shops. Make sure you take over that industry. But anyone who sells expired food is the enemy of our people, and that person must be isolated. Because expired food is not only sold by Palestinians, even Spar sells expired food, even ShopRite sells expired food. These raids, let's not only do them in the spaza shops, they must also go into the shops of white people who are feeding our children poison, because we must never discriminate against anyone. We must fight anyone who's doing wrong to us. So, fighters, a branch of the EFF has got a duty to inspect every spaza shop. Make sure they comply. Make sure they don't have expired food. And in the process, you must not allow extorters to use the name of the EFF. They go into spaza shops demanding money, pretending as if they want expired food, yet they want bribes. Not in the name of the EFF. In the EFF, we don't want corruption. Fighters, let's make sure our children are safe in the whole of South Africa, at school, even at home. We cannot allow a situation where our children die in their numbers and we're not doing anything. You, the ground forces of the EFF, you must reclaim the ground and don't allow people to feed our children expired food. And you know what irritates me is that we are talking about expired food. We are talking about raiding shops. But these people who own the spaza shops, they still keep expired food. Even when they hear there is a problem of expired food. Everyone who owns a spaza shop, you must make sure every morning you check the expiry of your product if you are serious about your business. We don't want to find any expired food. We are not closing spaza shops for ShopRite. We are not closing spaza shops for you sake. Spaza shops belong to you, and no one must say we must close spaza shops because there is Pick and Pay. We don't want Pick and Pay. We want you to own those shops and sell good products, because that is a multi-billion business in South Africa. It belongs to you, the people of South Africa. The government must give you sufficient support, especially in the township, so that you can create jobs for 1 or 2 people through your small businesses in the whole of South Africa. So fighters, let us not allow opportunists to hijack genuine issues in our communities. Let's deal with those issues ourselves. So as we go back home, fighters, we must make sure that we protect one another and we deliver each other home in a safe manner, in a disciplined manner, especially the female comrades. You must make sure that our females arrive in their homes in a safe manner, because when you live here, some of you are going to arrive late because you are still going far. Please keep that discipline. Let's work hard. Fighters, organization depends on working hard. They can make all the...
All right, that's EFF leader Julius Malema there live from the Constitutional Court, where he is addressing members of his political party and talking about service delivery, saying that it's important for communities to receive services, people to receive, in fact, to have their land, which is something, of course, one of the cardinal pillars of the party. And he talks about the fact that the EFF is hated because it is fighting for equality, saying that the white minority is scared because this is a fight that has been taken up by the political party. Speaking about the issue of spaza shops as well, saying that these must be taken over by locals and they are not going to be closing down spaza shops to allow big retailers to then be able to then take advantage, but also saying that the issue of expired food is not only an issue of spaza shops, but big retailers as well must also be paid a visit, because it is an issue there. And remember, he is addressing on the sidelines of the submissions that are being made inside court on this application that the EFF has brought before the Constitutional Court regarding the Phala matter. And of course, they want there that the National Assembly's rules, that allowed it to vote down a report into the Phala saga be looked at. You saw there, they're talking about the issue of the impeachment rules of the National Assembly as well. So